Hello there, I'm PuzzleFerret, and welcome back to Minecraft, where, as you can see, I have just arrived at one of my several stables. So this is a stable that is sort of near the salmon village, which is over that way. But wait a minute, I've got to get back into my character. There we go. So yeah, the salmon village is along that road, really not far. But we're here because we're at the stables, of course. And this stable, as you can see, is very similar to the last one. It's got a couple of windows up the top, which the other one doesn't have. It's got a water trough, which I think I might not have put into the other one. I don't know, but again, it's just a seat and a chest. Still yet to furnish these places a little bit better. I've got a little bit of wheat here for the horse to eat, or hay, as I keep forgetting that it's actually called. And what I wanted to show you was more of these massive trees, but these massive trees are hiding a very large tower. Now the tower is here because I wanted a enchanting place. So this place is specifically for enchanting, and that's what I built it for. It's got another little wagon out here just waiting outside. I forgot to put some little things underneath this to make it look as if it's actually connected to that rather than being floating in midair. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll have to do that at some stage. At the moment, however, we've trapped a zombie villager who's stuck in this little pool of water, which is excellent, because I'll be able to turn him back to a real villager later. I've got a drowned there that I need to get rid of, but aside from him, it's all good. This one's another one of these places that I've got with a hay roof, but you can only see a bit of the hay roof from here. Anyway, there's a balcony at the top, so we can look out from there. We've got this place set up. There's a dungeon down here. So the reason why this entire tower is built in this specific place is because I was caving from the salmon village, and the cave came out here where we have a dungeon spawner, a zombie spawner, so that I can actually get an XP farm going here. I've dumped a load of stuff in this chest that I probably shouldn't have. That should definitely be with me rather than in the wilds. Anyway, it's just where I've basically just emptied my inventory at some stage and I put some raw meat in there. This is where I got my saddles from. So that's where the saddles for all of my horses came from. Some of the horses, anyway. I got about 2 saddles there. This is the cave system that we were connected to. I'm not going to continue in that today because it's a vast cave system, and I'm basically using it for getting iron and coal ore. So we're getting plenty of coal and iron from there, but nothing particularly else of interest. I've not been going too far down that I've got diamonds. So yeah. That's basically it. I thought for the lower area it might be a storage area. As such, there's 3 barrels here and 3 barrels over here. A little chest which I'm just ramming anything in that I find. As such, we've got a music disc in there and a couple of bits that I've done from my fishing. And then the second level is a proper storage area. So this has got it's not actually got anything in it as far as I'm aware. A little bit of stuff over here, but nothing dramatic. So it's all set up for a sort of storage place, which makes sense. And then the third area is a bedroom. Again, I've not furnished this properly yet. I need to get to furnishing everywhere, and when I do, I don't know, I might stick a table over there, and I might stick some chairs or something over there. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Or maybe a workbenchy type place. Maybe this is where the character does that sort of thing. I thought I'd finished this roof. How do I get to... Have I not got any wheat? I've not got any wheat. Oh well, I guess I could nick it from the horses. But that would be a little bit mean. So I don't think I'll do that. But yeah, the roof is entirely wheated up. Or hayed up. I just need a little bit to go through there and there. I've left this gap, obviously, so that I can get up there and down whenever I like. This bit of enchanting stuff, I am going to take these bits of bookshelf, and I'm going to take them and I'm going to stick them down at the bottom. I've decided that this area should not be a massive book repository. There's not really enough space for enchanting in this particular area, so I feel like I should take all of these books and I should take them down to a closer to the dungeon area underneath, and use them down there rather than up here. This is a brilliant place for just having a look out at the environment. Looks like there's a hole in the roof over there. I better go and fix that at some point. It is a lovely sunset over there. They've done an amazing job of the sunset, although it seems to get lighter and darker depending on where you're looking at it. Which is a tiny bit weird, but yeah, it's a very nice thing. As you can see over there, due to the fact that this is on bedrock and I've got a large draw distance, you can actually see a mansion over there. Now this isn't far from spawn, so at the very early on, I found a woolen mansion over at the other side. But I'm not over there yet. I've gone close by to there, but not actually made it. Hang on, wait a minute. I need to sleep to get rid of this this horrible night type weather. Yeah, well, it's not really weather, is it? More planetary stuff. But yes, night. Ooh. Right, let's go down here and get out, because this is not the only dungeon that we have in this area. I'm a little bit worried about this spider. Where are you, spider? There you are. I know what I'm going to do with you, spider. I'm going to murder you. No spiders. Ugh. Okay. Looks like my inventory's full. I can't pick that up. Never mind. It does not matter. I want my horse. The proper horse. The one that's actually decent. Because that horse that I've left over there is not the fastest of horses. In fact, it is incredibly slow. Right, so what did we cover in this? I think we covered most of this area. So there's nothing particularly new here. I've got another cart out here. And I've got my little beehive, which is working away. I've not worked out the beehives yet properly, so I'm just leaving it. I think if you use the shears on them, that they give you honey and such like, but I don't really know much about the beehives. So as such, I'm leaving them. And it can stay there and it can be happy, and that all's good. So yes, back in the salmon village now, and there's a dungeon here. It looks like some sort of well, which is a really weird place to stick a well in the middle of a stream. But I've put this over here so that it marks out the dungeon that I found. And this again, I was just caving in the area, and I got to the end of my caving time. Ooh, hello. What are you doing? Oh, I see. There appears to be no, oh dear, it's going to spawn more, isn't it? Yes. I forgot to actually cover that in light. Aha, here we go. There's some torches. Excellent. Let's get that actually covered. Wow. I thought I'd covered that. I really did. I don't know when I've left that like that. Crikey. It's so dangerous. Oh, there's still a disc here. Have I actually checked this out properly? How weird. I usually would have cleared that place out completely. Anyway, again, I was caving around here and I found the dungeon eventually. I tried to stick all of the torches on one side to help guide me through the places. Hello there. You shouldn't be here. Definitely not. You should be in my inventory where you can be useful, rather than being out here in the world where you can't. You watch, I'll have no space. You go away. Sapling. That's it. Good. Ah, there's still stuff to check out there, but I haven't got any torches to check it out with, so I'll have to come back to here at another stage. Anyway, yes, we have so that's 2 dungeons we have. One one further on, in the tower, and one out here. Hello there. Where did you appear? In the way, that's where you are. Okay. One in the tower and one in this little well that I've stuck in the middle of the river. Very bizarre place to stick a well. I guess it would be a useful place to stick the well because the well's not going to it's not going to run out if it's in the middle of a river. You would have thought that the ground in the middle of the river would have been nice and wet for a good while. Okay, let's stick this in here and this. Ooh, I have no space. None whatsoever. Oh dear. This is what happens. I fill my inventory with so much junk, and then I've just got no space for anything whatsoever. I need another place to just dump stuff. This is my chest of important things. I got this Totem of Undying because I defended a village for the villagers who were in a lot of trouble. So yeah, that's how I got that. There's some stone that we'll get rid of. We'll get rid of those. And it's quite useful to have one stack of dirt on you because of sort of getting around or using it for scaffolding. I know that there is scaffolding, and I should be using that, but I haven't got any scaffolding at the moment, so there's no scaffolding going on. Let's get some food in us, and also wait a minute. I need some coal. I need some coal because I need some torches. Otherwise, I'm going to find myself in the dark, and that would not be good. It's just the second thing that I like to have on me: loads of torches. Otherwise, scary. Yeah. So let's get some torches on us. Very easy. And there we go with that. And then this. Yes. And then let's get the torches. Give me torches. Good. Brilliant. Right. That will do very nicely. I'll leave the rest. That's all fine. So let's get munching on some bread. And then get out there. I want to go on my horse in the direction of the village that I found. Well, one of the villages I found. I've found 2 villages in the time that I've been here. Where did I stick that horse? I think I stuck it over here. Next in our other horse sanctuary place. Barn. No, not barn. What do I want to call it? Stables. That's it. There we go. Alright, so this is the stables that I showed you last time. And the horse that I've found in here is really super fast. At least I think it is. One of them is, at least. What was that? Didn't like that noise. Okay, so this one's got a... Oh, wait a minute. This might not be the horse either. Ah! Wonderful. Are you the horse that's fast? Yes, you are the horse that's fast. Okay, fair enough. Great. In that case, you can get moving. This is a very fast horse. So really, what I need to do is I need to find more horses. And I need to find... then I can just, like, find the one that's the fastest and go with that. Because I've got a lot of horses that travel about the same speed that you would walk at, which is pretty useless to me. Anyway, let's go over here. We've seen the Tower of Enchanting, which I shall mess around with later to get set. And we're now headed off in this direction, following one of my really lengthy roads up to this little. There's a nice little cottage here. I would show you inside, but I don't. I'm a little bit worried that my horse might disappear off somewhere else. Anyway, it's just a very simple little house, and I quite like this design with the little stairs in there and the nice clean plain roof. I haven't put a chimney on it. I do want to put a chimney on it because then it would have that warmth and the little bit of smoke puffing out of the top of it, which will be really cool. So I might alter that a little bit. In the meanwhile, let's continue following the massive road that takes us all the way over here. For this is how far I had to travel to get to my very first village. And when I got to my very first village, I thought, yay, village! I'm going to be able to do some trading with some villagers. But when I got there, there was exactly 2 villagers One of them is now a working villager, and the other one was a nitwit. The nitwit, he walked off somewhere, and I've lost him. So I don't think that the nitwit is actually part of our village anymore. We've got quite a few horses in there. I think that the one with the diamond armor is the only one that's really fast, and the others I've just sort of captured the other horses just to keep them from wandering around. If they wander around, then I don't know if they're a fast horse or if they're not a fast horse, because I've not checked them out, or I have checked them out and I've not really realised which one's which. So yes, let's dump this. It gives us an extra space in our inventory. Right, so this village here, I've been messing around with, and it's got an entrance here. I'd probably remove that, but this sort of acts as a focal point for when there's an attack on the village, because if they see that there, then they go towards that. I'm pretty sure that this stops things from getting through, because a fence and then a space and then some sort of wall or something tends to stop creatures from moving through it. So I think that we can move through this, and I don't think that mobs actually move through that. I am not certain, and as such I would not try it yourself unless you know better than I do, which is probably you probably do. So yeah, I've been building some little houses, and they are the tiniest of houses, trying to keep them in the sort of vein of the villager house design. I've tried to build these. I don't know if that's a fast horse because I've not tried it. I should try that horse because that might be a fast one. It's within the village. So most of these village houses are just the usual village house that you would expect in a village. There's a marketplace, which I've cleared out a bit to make it look a little bit more neat. I've given all of these paths. I've got rid of the grass there. We're going to have to go for a rest because it's getting late already. It goes around tonight so quickly. Okay, let's have a quick rest, and then we can continue. This is the house that I've actually been working from. I figure when you start a play of Minecraft, there are villagers around, so why make your own starter home when you can just nick a villager house, stick a bed in it, add yourself your own chest, and then you're away, right? So I think that's probably the best way of starting your Minecraft village. Anyway, I've built a wall all the way around all of the structures that I could get around. These are my little houses that I built for this to extend this village. So they're just a small house with windows. I mean, these aren't windows really; they're just fences, but they count as windows, I guess. And then you've got the beds. I haven't put any storage in them yet. I might put some storage in them. At the moment, they really are just rooms for sleeping in and nothing more. But then, looking at the actual homes that the game makes itself, they're ever so simple. They're just a bed and the thing. So this is, if that's a home, then I guess my homes must count, right? That's fine. So yeah, this is the first village I was faced with, and as I said, I had a nitwit, and I had this villager who's helpfully sticking to his business here. And if I trade with him, he's got all sorts of trades. I've got him to the max level already, and I've got about 54 emeralds or something from trading with him. But I've not yet done any more. He's not got any discounts at the moment because I've not traded with him for a while. But he gets me this pillar of quartz. I was dumb. Because I built this here so that I could build the wall and stuff really simply outside. And that meant that he changed into this particular type of trader. I should have changed him into a librarian or something like that. Something that I could trade with really simply to get loads and loads of emeralds. But I didn't do it. And so, as such, we have one of those instead of what I should have had. And as he was the only villager left standing, this village is left pretty useless to me. And the only thing I can do is try and trap more zombie villagers around this area and see if I can actually re-inhabit this village. Once we've got a few villagers here, then it should start booming, because obviously I've built these houses over here and here so that this village will start going strong. But it needs more villagers, otherwise it will just stay ruined and rubbish. And this would have been a trade place, but they're not here. They're just not here. I don't know where there is a village, another village around, because this was it. I did go over this way because there was one thing that I spotted, and that was this pillager tower over here. Now, beyond the pillager tower, as you can see, I made a little bridge over there going towards the pillager tower. Beyond the pillager tower is another village, and that village is a ruined village, which is... it wasn't even full of zombies. It was just a ruined village, so there's nothing there at all, which is a shame. But, oh, you can see my tower in the distance. Way over there, just above the cross, we have my other tower. I think there might be a village in a sandy biome over in that direction, beyond the big tiger biome over there. I think that's where the sand is. Now, I'm quite tempted to go sort of scouting out in that direction at some point soon, but at the moment I'm not quite ready for that, so we'll just have to continue with what we have and get to that sort of thing another time. In the meanwhile, I'm all out of time, so I shall have to come back to this in the next episode. You take care. Thanks for watching. Feel free to watch other things on my channel. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye for now.